What's up, everybody? It's Taylor Chocek here, and this is my 2026 in the bag. I'm super excited to announce that this year I am sponsored by Pound Disc Golf, so I will be showing you my new Rufus today. This is what I've been traveling around New Zealand with, and it's the perfect travel size bag that still can hold everything you need. So up here in the putter pocket, I have my Challenger SS. This is my go-to throwing putter, and it is part of the run that I did last year. And this is a Z swirl plastic. Overall, it is pretty overstable, but likes to hold lines that you put it on. Next up in the putter pocket are my putting putters. These are the Jawbreaker Banger GTs, and I have been putting with these for a long time now and still love them. My favorite part of this bag is the side pocket here that you can actually fit extra discs in. I've been calling this my zone pocket, and I basically just put all my zones in here. So first up is my more overstable zone, which is a UV glow zone, and this is the first run of this I ever had. And unfortunately, it doesn't change colors anymore, but it glows and it still held its stability. Next, I have two ESP sparkle zones. These are my workhorses. I've been bagging this light blue zone for so long now. And overall, these are just a straighter run in general, good for both distance and reliability. Next, I have the newest addition to my bag, which is the Zone SS that came out last year. This one doesn't get used as much, but it is still one of my favorite discs in my bag. And lastly, joining in with my zones, I have my Quake. This is the only DGA mold that I'm currently bagging, and it is very overstable and super useful for these winds down here in New Zealand. This is equivalent to like a Buzz OS. All right, now onto the main bag. I am bagging two buzzes. This one is much straighter, while this one has a lot more torque resistance. So this buzz definitely likes to hold the line you're putting it on, while this one will try to straighten out for you. So both very useful in different situations. Next, I had taken this out of my bag for a while, but just added it back in, and I'm super happy I did. It is a dyed wasp. It's a Ledgestone Edition wasp, dyed by High Country Disc, and I got sent it a while ago, and not only is it beautiful, but it's that perfect straight to overstable disc that the Buzz doesn't quite offer. Next is my backhand turnover and roller disc. This is the Cicada, and it's pretty beat up at this point, and the flippiest disc in my bag at the moment. Next, I have two Athenas. So this is the less stable one, and this is the more overstable disc. They're both Z, and just a super reliable fairway that just loves to glide and loves to go really far with very little effort. Next, I've got two Raptors. So this is my straighter one, and this is the more overstable one. This is a stamp from my Tour Down Under trip here in New Zealand. So I'm super happy to be bagging it, as well as selling them around the country here. And this is the Jawbreaker Z Flex Raptor. So it's the same as the 2024 Tour Series, which I want to say this one is the 2022 Tour Series. It's got a ghost stamp, but it is the Paul Ulibarri Raptor. Next is the Captain's Raptor. This disc doesn't come out of my bag too often, but when it does, I'm really happy that I have it. It is the most overstable disc in my bag. It doesn't really like to fly that much, but if it's a ripping headwind, this disc definitely comes in handy. Next is the Z Onyx. I haven't thrown this disc a lot, so I'm not quite trusting it in tournament play yet, but I have been just in love with the Onyx as a mold, and this one is living up to its potential so far. Next, I have two Forces. This is a lightweight Force that I just added into the bag to mess around with, and overall it is pretty flippy, but is really good at just holding its glide. So I'm messing around with it here in the wind, and this Force is super overstable. It is a ESP Force, but it looks like a Z Force, so I don't know which one it actually is. It is a great, really overstable, really skippy disc. My next drivers are the Nukes. They're both ESP Nukes. This one is bottom stamp and was a run that I did last year. And this one I got gifted from Pastry Dice, and it seems to be a little bit more of an overstable run of nuke. And these are my go-to bombers when I don't have to look out for too much OB. Got this Nuke OS. This is also a very overstable disc that I've been using in this wind. Very good for forehand and backhand. I haven't over torqued it yet, so it still is super reliable and has been coming out a lot with these strong winds. The last disc in my bag is this red driver. It's pretty old and doesn't have any tooling on it, so I actually don't know what disc it is. It's really flippy, but comes out of the flip and is an overall bomber, especially in a tailwind. So if any of you guys know what this disc is, comment down below, because I've been trying to figure it out. Paul Macbeth felt it, and some other Discraft players on tour, and no one could come to a conclusion. So if you know what this Discraft Memorial Championship stamp is from, let me know, because I'd love to know what mold this is. And I'll send a disc your way if you can figure it out. All right, lastly, for the non-disc stuff, in this pocket, I keep a couple Sharpies and my rangefinder, as well as my water bottle, chalk, and a towel. And in this pocket, I have, let's see, sunscreen and deodorant, little stuff like that. And on the other side, this is where I put my phone when I'm playing, and my sunglasses if I need to. And in this pocket, I have my microphones for my camera. Up here on the top, this is where I put my mini, and this is where I hold a couple little things of chapstick. But yeah, it's a tiny little bag, but it sure packs everything I need. Let's see how many discs are in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I have 25 discs in here, which is about how many my big bag that I had on tour last year could carry. The only difference is there's not a lot of room for layers such as coats or extra water, but it's been really hot down here and I haven't needed to bring coats with me, so it's been perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to Discraft and Pound for sponsoring me for the 2026 season. Comment down below if you're bagging any of these molds or if you've tried the Rufus yourself and what you think.